More Outer Wilds. Yeah, so this game was pretty fun yesterday. I played longer than 2 hours, just completely by accident, and so that happens again. It happens again. I'll play for as long as I want to play, and then hop off. Yeah. Let's go ahead and resume. So, I'm still not entirely sure why this thing exists. This glowing thing that flies away. Because, like, I've seen it before. I went to it, and I waited there until the sun exploded. But it wasn't enough. So anyway, I want to go to Ember Hollow. Or Ember Twin, sorry, not Ember Hollow. And I want to do that. Because... oh, I might have overshot by just a tiny bit. Oh, no I didn't. There we go. I need to get... let's go ahead and land. Alright. So, I want to go to Ember Hollow because did not mean to jump that high. I need to get to the high energy lab. I've already scanned all these messages. So I do need to find the correct path again. I think it was this way. Yes, it is. And the high energy lab, the whole gimmick about this planet is that it slowly fills with sand. And its neighboring planet slowly empties of sand. So I need to get to the high energy lab, which is at the very bottom of the planet, pretty much. So you need to get there pretty fast. In fact, I might already be too slow. I hope not, though. I tried to get there before, and I got pretty close. The issue that I encountered was that there's these bramble things. And they are blocking the path. But I think if you just wait long enough, you can just walk over them. Turn on the lights and then go down. This way, and then follow this light, which I believe meets back up over here. Yeah. I don't know if the path I took was any faster, but I don't know. Yeah, so there's this. And the issue with this is that you can't jump over this bramble. So I think you have to wait for the sand to rise to cover the brambles. Or you can't jump over it because the sand is falling down, which stops your upward momentum. I think you have to wait for the sand to rise high enough which will likely greatly restrict the amount of time I have inside, so I do need to be very fast. And before, when I tried to walk over the bramble, I guess I waited slightly not long enough, and I died. I guess the hitbox wasn't totally covered yet. It is somewhat implied that somewhere there might be a way to get rid of the brambles, because there are loads of places that you have to get rid of brambles to access. But I think that might actually happen in here, due to it being a lab. Although there are other areas in this facility. So if this doesn't work out, then the next loop, I'll come back here and try the other one. Okay. Keep following the line to a dead end. Okay, okay. Well, let's jump over that and continue on this way. Another dead end. Well, great. I'm going to assume... Oh, no, you can get through. Let's head up. I guess I'm just gonna keep following the line. Oh, that's not good. Okay. Oh! Okay. I am in. But in what? The high energy lab? Seems like it. Okay. So, will you give me some sort of tool here? That's my question. What happens if I bring this all the way across? Window opens of sorts. Remove warp core. A scroll. A record show Nomai arriving at a warp receiver on Brittle Hollow slightly before departing from the Whitehall station. Raimi and I are devising an experiment to test if this is a real phenomenon or a simple machine error. Theory, what we want to try to reproduce is the negative amount of time elapsing between something entering the black hole and exiting the white hole at its destination. Oh, so is this a method of getting more time? Initial things first. Our experiment setup will first pair a small black hole core with a small white hole core to mimic the setup on the white hole station. It is possible for an object to exit a white hole before entering the corresponding black hole. That could get really screwy if I encounter myself in the past. Our experiment here reproduced the anomaly in arrival and departure times, but Pi is unconvinced it's more than an equipment error. I hope to strengthen the effect. To that end, we've decided to try adding more energy. Sunless City's energy supply to prove sufficient. All energy Energy has been rerouted from the city. About to run a new test. PySod hypothesis confirmed. So does that mean that... What does this do? Oh, is this like a portal kind of thing? Oh, I see. I see. Yeah, so does that mean that if I enter the black hole, I actually gain time? Southern Observatory is asking if creating a 22-minute interval is possible. We've learned a negative interval of time between departure and arrival can be increased by adding more energy to the warp core. Problematically, the energy required to extend the interval increases at an exponential rate. New method of producing energy. The only location large enough would be Ash Twin. Oh, is that what the, Is that what the, what do you call it? I don't remember what it was called. There was like a shuttle or something on Ash Twin. To build it, we need a way to travel quickly between Ash Twin and each location that holds crucial project materials. What if we used warp towers to connect Ash Twin directly to each critical location? Can I begin work on this immediately in the Black Hole Forge? Each tower on Ash Twin will warp to a different planet. We can design each tower to visually reflect its warp destination. The giant steep tower could resemble a cyclone, and we could model the Timber Hearth Tower after a geyser mountain. I don't remember. Did I do this scroll? I think I did, but just to make sure. Yes, okay, cool. I guess... Are these the different tower designs? Okay. I don't know which one this goes to. But okay, I get it. But I need a way to activate it. This door will need to remain closed for some time. Pi and I are running an experiment based on the extraordinary findings at the Whitehall Station. Now being used to design the Ash Twin project. Are you here to help? Be sure to use the Sunless City path to the lab. Raimi and I will be running this experiment until one of us can prove the other wrong, so although it is inconvenient, the lab currently can only be accessed by the path from the Sunless City. That must be the door that was broken from the other side. And the Sunless City is this direction, 300 meters away. I see. So wait a minute. Does that mean there is another way in? Or does this simply lead back down to where I was? That might just lead back to where I was. Inviting sand inside would disrupt our setup, but the door must remain closed nonetheless. I see. But then how? Pray tell. What is this symbol? I think I've seen that before. How do I warp? How do I warp? Because this is one of the towers. Or actually, it's not a tower, is it? Unless this is specifically the tower for Ash Twin. In which case, or for Ember Twin. In which case, maybe if I go down here and link Ash Twin and Ember Twin together using the warp cores. Or actually, no. Seems like there's only black and white holes here. Okay. Well, I'm unsure what needs to happen now then. Other than that, I'm gonna take a screenshot so that I can access that later. Should I need that information, which I probably will. And then I don't know what. What now? I do not know. Still need some way to clear out brambles, I think. But by now it's probably too late in the cycle to access that part of the city. Or any part of the city at all, really. So what I'm actually going to do is go down here and see if this is a separate entrance to the city. Because if it is, then it might stay open longer. Well, actually, the sand is already built up far enough to where that wouldn't work. Never mind. Well, maybe. What's over here? The Sunless City. It's ghost matter, though, so I can't go in. I see. So I would need a way to access through ghost matter if I wanted to do that. Which is a shame. I guess let's go back to my ship. And assuming that I can make it. Have I been up there? I don't even remember. Yes, I have. Yeah. Yeah, I've been there. Okay. That is... See, that has power now. Or at least it looks like it. So I wonder if that one is accessible now that I've activated it or something? And if so... If it is accessible, how do I use it? Because I don't see a way here. It is the only glowing tower, though. Because, like, see, here's another one of the towers. Actually, is there a slot for, like, a warp core or something? Because if there's a slot for a warp core, then... Oh no, I damaged stuff. Okay. If there's a slot for a warp core or something at the bottom of those towers, then... let's head over to... I guess Dark Bramble is the most likely to have the ability. And over there, I presume, is the White Hole. So over here on Dark Bramble, I'm going to attempt to find a thing which actually, is Dark Bramble the place that's bigger on the inside? I think it might be. Uh-oh. Alright, well, I guess I'm heading in. This is not the way I expected to be heading in, but... That's glowing, but what if I keep going this way? What if I keep going further and further inside? This is very deep, bro. Is this just a loop? I'm beginning to think it might just be a loop. I think it's just a loop. Well, that's not alarming. Got a bit turned around, though. Did I go through it? I honestly don't know. I guess I did. Okay, it's a loop. Well, if there's nothing in here that I can do, then I guess I'm just gonna leave. Assuming that my ship actually makes it out. Because I was a bit of a stupid idiot and damaged my ship greatly. How much time do I have left? Where's the sun? There it is. And there's the black hole planet, which is now just a black hole. I need to refuel and then fix up the ship. I don't think I'm gonna have time to explore another place, but I mean, maybe. Oh, yep, no, I don't. Well. I think I might spend this loop talking to people on Timber. So let's go talk with people here. Because they might want to talk about something. No, you are same options. Same options. Okay, I'm just going to assume that they're all the same options unless something explicitly guides me back to them. Which actually, wasn't there somebody who I was meant to tell about something dude trapped in Timberfall or whatever? There's more to explore in the Sunless City. Yeah, I know. I've only found one of the escape pods. Oh, I could actually look for an escape pod. Potentially on Timber Hall or Timber or whatever. Is there anything else that I need to do here? Okay, so I need to find the one about where is it? Well, I guess I might as well go see Jabro then. Because apparently... I need to get to Giant's Deep. Maybe I should get to the Sun Station, actually. Where is it? Ooh, that's really close to the sun. I don't actually know if I can get down there all the way. So I'm gonna assume that he's not in the gas giant. Or if it isn't a gas giant, I'm still not gonna go in it until I do this first. Because this is where that other thing that launched out of, it was this ship that it came from. So, like the thing that launched out of the solar system came from this ship breaking apart. So let's see if there's anything here to investigate. I hope I can actually get back in there. Alright. There's probably some knowledge in here. So let's figure it out. Control module. Has trees inside, okay. Oh, I did not mean to jump. But you can land on the other side. Interesting. Is there anything... Well, I can bring this ball around, I suppose. And what happens if I power it? It is a replica ship that breaks apart in the exact same way. What happens if I instead... This is really hard to remember not to get off the ground. This is, I presume, the sun station and this ship. 5 minutes, 1 second ago, request to launch probe received from Ash Twin Project. That doesn't make sense. How could the probe have been requested to be launched from the Ash Twin Project? I didn't mean to do that. Is this going to describe the failure of the station? It is tracking data from probe. Probe cannon structure compromised during launch. Damage to multiple modules detected. Probe request received and successful. Severe structural stress detected. Assessing damage to modules. Control module intact. Launch module. Window fractured. Probe tracking module missing. Why can I not read that? Okay, I'm gonna assume that those are not meant to be readable. So what do you say? Nothing. You say nothing. Giant's Deep Projection Stone. I'm gonna take this out then, because I assume it's gonna try to use the same space. Where is it being projected? I'm a bit confused here. Oh. Oh. What the hell? That doesn't seem right. Something seems greatly wrong here. Oh, I can't read that. That's a shame. So is this like the inside of a place on Giant's Deep? Okay. And then... is there another... What happens if I put it over here? Oh, it has writing. Last of the cannon components. We'll know the eye's precise location. He and the construction yard crew have determined a power setting. We are not under any circumstances to go above. We will be ignoring that setting. So the probe getting launched at a setting higher than it should have been. It won't be asked to fire. Uh-huh. Oh, very interesting. Well, let's go check out some other modules then. I have a feeling that that separated piece is... yeah, the probe tracking module. I have a feeling that that is, the part that's just off to the side. The launch module... I guess I can go and see what's over here. Oh, I can get in from the outside through the fracture in the glass, can't I? I'll do that in a moment. Actually, it seems like I might as well do that right now, since there's nothing else for me to do here. What direction was it? I don't actually remember. I don't know exactly what I was referenced against there, but apparently it was not the station. I'm gonna go back to the ship and refuel if I can get inside. Because there's a chance that where I parked this thing was not the best idea in my life. Oh, no, I can get in. Okay. So then, what I'm going to do is I'm going to refuel the jetpack. I'm going to head back in. Yeah, so that doesn't pull me down the same way as the other things. Is it just me, or am I really close to this planet? Is this about to crash? I don't know. I need to get, I think, over to here. Yes. All right. Control module projection stone. I don't see it. I'm not gonna lie, I do not see it. Cassava is sending the last of the cannon components. This is exactly the same thing as on the other side. Won't be capable of receiving the data if the probe tracking module is destroyed. Okay. So then, I assume that somehow the intention is to pick up the data from that probe. Where is the... Where's the probe now? Or not the probe, where's the other piece now? Because I don't see it anymore. Oh, here it is. For some reason, it is not letting me get closer. There we go. Okay. I should not have done that. So I suppose that was not the tracking module, and was in fact the launch module, and I am now flying through space. So yeah. I'm probably gonna run out of fuel here. Which means that I still need to find the probe tracking module. Which notably does not seem to be around Giant's Deep. Or if it is, you know what? I bet you it is in the planet. I bet you that I need to get on a Giant's Deep to find the tracking module. I bet you that's where it is. And I'm just gonna let this die, because I don't really have an option here. I got flung into space. But at least now I know what creates the 22-minute cycle, which I guess is how long it is. It's not 15 or 30, it's 22 minutes. See, here's the thing. I don't see the tracking module. What if I change the frequency to be distress beacons? Maybe it is too far? No. There's just no distress beacon on that planet. Okay, well. And I don't know what to do. There's a quantum fluctuation 80 meters this way? Oh, it's that rock, isn't it? That rock in the museum. Which I guess I might as well go identify. Just so that it's not bothering me later. I should have gotten my jumpsuit so that I could make the trek quicker, but it's too late now. And maybe while I'm at the observatory, I can ask the curator there. Actually, I'm going to ask you, do you know anything about it? Nope. You do not have any more dialogue options. A big suspicious hole in the ground that I'm not going to go in, at least not without a jumpsuit. Gonna keep going back over to the observatory. Statue opened its eyes. Why they're open? I need to be on the museum shard. Okay. Anglerfish was found attached to the landing gear of one of our ships in Dark Bramble. Well, I do find it very funny that, like, this is a very small village. But frankly, given that this is a species of sentient life that is contained exclusively to this village, or sapient life, sorry, not sentient. Technically both, but beside the point. Just has a space program. And like half the population of this species is part of it. Let's go see what you have to say. Cannon was aligned with a randomly selected probe trajectory. Probe was successfully launched, but the cannon structural integrity failed. Yeah. It is weird that it was 5 minutes ago. Like, that's notable. Or not 5 minutes ago. The request is sent the moment that the loop begins. Or like very shortly before. So it's very curious. It is missing. Yeah, I know that. Built at a construction yard on Giant's Deep. I guess I'm going to try to land on Giant's Deep. Let's head off. is Giants Deep? There you are. I guess I'm landing here. All right. Very high gravity, this planet. So I'm not going to be able to jump very much. It's also currently raining here. And that looks like a black hole. Even this low wall is too much for me. Oh, they're tornadoes. How fun. I mean, these look very interesting, but at the same time, inaccessible. Or not inaccessible, but like there's nothing readable, and I need to get to safety now. Is that what this thing does? It's a tornado protection system. I see. Okay. The tornado protection system seems to literally just create a pocket of void, or a pocket of vacuum straight up to space. I'm gonna test the memory statues tonight. It said it could be dangerous, so we can't come. I really want to see the test too. Interesting that there are the tornado protective things inside. I'm on pretty much the exact wrong side of the planet, it seems. I can walk on the side here, but where am I going? Oh, I guess is that where the landing pad is meant to be, so that it, you know, doesn't end up in the ocean? Well, I can't make that jump. Very interesting that I can actually go down into the ocean. How deep can I go? That looks like a death plane. So I'm not gonna go deep. That's for sure. Let's try not to get banged up by a tornado. What just happened to that island? Did I just completely miss the island? Whoops. I did not mean to do that. There we go. Must have been covered by something. Alright. Let's go preferably quickly. Can't go in there. Good to see you made it here in one piece. The first solo launch is a doozy, isn't it? But I keep like dying repeatedly. I don't know, it feels pretty weird. Have you died lately? No, we're in a time loop. Time has been behaving unusually lately. Yeah, a time loop makes sense. Cool. What do you think it was? Figured it'd be some kind of fidgety time business, but I wasn't really thinking about what's happening to the shape of time, you know? But a loop makes sense here. Let's go with loop for now. Looks like you and I are the only ones who can tell the time's gone all weird. I tried radioing Hornfells and asking if they died too, but they thought I was being metaphorical. Even if I tell Hornfells about the time loop, they never remember by the next one. They don't realize anything's different. And here's another weird one for you. Every time I die, all my memories from that loop replay back to me. I'm pretty sure that's related to the big stone Nomai statue I found on one of the other islands. I was looking at it, and the statue opened its eyes and started glowing. You too, huh? Then the Nomai statues must have something to do with why we're the only ones aware of the time loop? So, no glowing statue, no time loop awareness? I think that's going to be my leading theory, but if you find out anything new about the statues or the time loop, let me know, okay? I'll be here. Anyway, what's new? That's new with me. First solo voyage, kind of. How's space treating you? I found something. I found out what happened to the orbital probe cannon. Oh, that cannon's breaking apart at the start of each time loop? For real? Figure out why? Too much power. Kinda scary how that sounds like something State of Feldbar would do. Though broke might be the wrong word, because it looks like it's still firing successfully at the beginning of each loop. What are any of us doing here, really? Should I explore? I keep seeing a bright flash in the sky. Yeah, I actually know what that is. It's the one with two islands connected by a natural rock arc. Mostly connected anyway. What did he say was less likely to kill you? Try to land in the water. Fair enough. Where's your ship? Good question. Came and tossed it away. Identify that. Is there a distress beacon on this ship? Or on this planet? None that I can tell. As expected. And then, is there a quantum fluctuation on this planet? Yes, there is. Okay, good to know. Ghost matter detected? Is it possible for me to see what's up top there? Probably not, but I will go up and check it out anyway. There's the fire. Path to the fire, but no way around, and then, yeah. Alright, then let's keep heading away. Try to find one of these 2 other islands. Wait a minute. Found a ship. Can't do anything at it though, and I don't think... I don't think that does anything. What a strange planet. Let us see what is here. Sorry, not planet. What a strange island. Ghost matter detected. Okay. I will cross in the water, I guess, then. It's a big crystal. At least that's what it looks like. But I don't think there's anything else to do there. Which is really weird. There seems to be a lot on this planet that's just inaccessible. But I mean, it makes sense. Because... well, actually, I went all the way around the planet there. Let's go around this way. Makes sense because there are 2 quote-unquote abilities that I am assuming that will exist at some point, but I have not located. This is this planet again. Or not this planet, this island again. Which is the one he talked about. I'm not entirely sure how I am meant to do anything here, though. Because I'm pretty sure that the pathways have ghost matter in them. Actually, that just seems like a closed door. Did I not investigate that? Am I an idiot? That's broken. What do you say, though? Statue workshop. Door is blocked. As expected. I believe there's ghost matter on the both entrances to the underground on this island, at least. But supposedly there's a 4th island. I've only seen 3. So... Apparently my ship log got updated from that, which makes me wonder if my ship log was... Or it makes me wonder if I was meant to be doing something else back at the city anytime I saw a room I couldn't access. Unfortunately, though, I really don't think there's anything to do here. I mean, unless there actually is something to do over here. Oh, is this that teleporter? Excited for you to meet the statues. I'm not in my dwelling. I'm likely in the workshop below the island. Well. Oh. Oh my god, that drop killed me? That's crazy. Well, I need to go back there. And I need to find the 4th island. Oh, that's true. They were going to do an alternate, more dangerous route. But the thing is that it was blocked. Wait, I can see a large cave from one of the ruins on top of the island. The bottom of the cave is filled with water. Does that mean there's an entrance? Underwater? Anything sinking below it? Yeah. That's what I figured. More to explore at the Sunless City, I'm aware. Yeah, I only found 2... Or, sorry, I only found 3 of the islands on Giant's Deep. I'm gonna head back to Giant's Deep. Let's go ahead and engage the autopilot. If I were to guess, the probe tracker is underwater in Giant's Deep. So maybe I should try to find it? Can my ship go underwater? I'm gonna actually... There's Island 1. I'm gonna get as high up as I can without breaking the thing, just so that I can see more. Oh my god. Wait. That just fell into the ground? This just crashed here. Unless it got picked up by a tornado and that's what happened. Because I think this is drifting around. I don't know if there's anything to do on it, though. I can go under the water, but only as deep as the currents. And it looks like there's no way in from below. I need to find... Oh, is it here? I need to wait for that to end. I don't know how long it lasts. I don't remember it lasting this long before. So it's very strange. There's certainly something down there. Seems like the scout can't get any closer than I can. Okay, well, can I go under it? No. Is that not the island I think it is? Just in case it's not the island I think it is, I'm gonna keep looking around for the other one. Okay, so actually it's not the island I thought it was. So I assume that there's an island in there. Or maybe it is the island I thought it was. This doesn't look like an island. This looks like... This looks like the Pro Tracker. A scroll. Yeah, because that's the model of the ship. We finished building the the cannon. Or maybe this is the construction yard. Our next step will be to send Private up to install the probe tracking system. So maybe they actually never sent it up. They never sent the tracking system. So it's still down here. Six minutes, 59 seconds ago, successfully launched from the orbital probe cannon. Yep. What do you have to say? I have bad news, Avens. Yarrow says there was a problem with the proposed power source, so it won't be asked to fire. This is actually live. That's interesting. I could get to the other side. In fact, let's go ahead and do that. It is odd to me that they would construct it here. I mean, obviously they would want to use the gravity well, right? We do something similar with Jupiter. When we use interstellar, when we do missions to like Pluto or whatever, we use Jupiter's gravity well. But it is odd to me that it's here in a planet with absolutely horrible weather and presumably no safe window to launch, especially something so delicate and something that you definitely do not want breaking upon going up. This is Brittle Hollow's projection scene. I see. Why this exists, I do not know. Lifting orbital probe cannon components into orbit for assembly, and one somehow sank down beneath the current. Straight to the core. There are true trailheads, one at Brittle Hollow's gravity cannon and one at the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. Good to know, good to know. Okay, well I guess that's my next stop in the journey. Whenever the next reset is. Gotta stay in here until the tornado passes by. And I hope that wasn't my ship. It was not. Okay, good. So, it seems like I'm going to Brittle Hollow next. In the next loop, anyway. But here, I want to... Okay, so there are 4 islands. Which means that's not an island. Oh god, I destroyed the thruster. I hope I can fix that here, because I can't move the ship anymore. I'm not going to be able to fix that. Okay. Well, I guess I'm stranded. Even better, I do not have anything to do on this planet. At least I don't think so, though I guess, to be fair, I haven't actually done this journey across the intended way, I don't think. Maybe I have, actually. I think this is the intended way. Why did the log just update? I've already scanned that. I know I have. Very weird. Oh, there was... I wanted to investigate if there was a way in from below. Didn't I? Which I guess I could do now. Although, it's probably quite dangerous. No, you can just straight up do it. Okay. Oh, Lord. Well. Oh, is this what these are for? If you get caught up in the tornado, you can just be here. And you're safe, be lowered down. Forgot about the water. Okay. Would you kindly step back so Daz is close to the statue? When pairing, the statue will choose whoever is closest in proximity. But that wasn't me. Well, it was, actually, when I was at the museum. No matter where he is in the star system, Daz's statue will record his memories and send them to the Ash Twin Project. Each statue will send a single memory to his or her own storage unit. Each unit will be equipped with a mask, and the statue's counterpart, which will be able to send those stored memories back to the corresponding Nomai. So that implies heavily that someone is putting the mask on me. And the other guy. Because I'm obviously not doing it myself. Maybe I should have gone the other way. Is this the main entrance? It is. Yeah, I should have kept going the other way. Was that the end of the cycle? I think it was. I think I'm about to reset. Well, maybe not. If it was the end of the cycle, I'd expect to be dead by now. I've installed the masks inside the Ash Twin project. Phlox, they look beautiful, although I do feel as though I'm being observed. They will also activate in the event of equipment failure. So when the sun explodes, they activate? I see. And then this is the Ash Twin projection stone. So there are three masks in operation. So the question is, who is the third? Who is the third mask? I can't get up there. Do I need to wait for a tornado to come to be able to get up there? Because when you're in a tornado, you like float around. So I guess it's possible? I don't think I can read that remotely. I've already read this. I want to get up there. 3 minutes of oxygen remaining. Well, then I might die due to oxygen deprivation. I don't... This is awful control scheme, by the way. Yeah, I think I just have to wait for a tornado. And I don't know if another one will be coming. That one is getting close. So maybe. Oh, yep, here it comes. Alright. Here I am. Up top. Let's see what this says. There goes my ship. Curious, is sending a being's memories back in time the same as sending the being itself back in time? As an example, whoever send my memories back in time, is that the same as sending me back in time? I can imagine they're two different actions. They effectively be the same. Suppose that time was being rewritten. I believe this is different than receiving memories from what is effectively the future. But is the end result identical in either case? Yeah, I'm about to die. Unless there were trees over here, but I don't remember there. But, well, I mean, technically speaking, I could go to the ship, yeah? It is very broken. But maybe. I did not mean to do that. Repair. Repair. Alright. I mean, it should be ending very soon, right? Before it ends, if I have the time, I'm going to look at the ship's log and see what I got from that. Because it seemed decently productive. I now know what the Ash Twin Project does. It sends the memories of a person back in time by 22 minutes. In the event that it is activated manually, or the event that the system fails. And I now know that there are 3 masks in operation, and me and, I forgot his name. Me and Gabbro are 2 of them. So somewhere out there, someone activated the probe launch in order to have the statues pair, and also has a mask on. So somewhere out there, presumably, there is a Nomai who knows what's going on. Yeah, I need to go to the Southern Observatory. Was there anything else? Found a Nomai statue lying on the beach. Looks just like the one in our observatory. Each one was equipped with a mask. Every memory recorded is transmitted to a storage unit with an Ash Twin. Yes. I am aware of all of this. need to go into the sunless city. And I'm assuming that the sun station is what is causing the destruction of the solar system. But that might not even be true. Because that would only apply to this solar system, but solar systems everywhere are going supernova. So unless other solar systems have solar stations, well, it is possible that the Nomai left. But there's no evidence that they ever found the eye. Is there? Because they put the project on hiatus and never launched the probe. They're looking for the eye to get back home, but they never launched the probe. And there's no indication anywhere that they had another way to access the probe. They're not, sorry, another way to locate the eye. So what happened to the Nomai? Because one of them is still around, at least. At least one is here. Because they had to activate. They had to send the probe out. I'm actually gonna keep my eye on the sun station and see if it fails. That's Ash Twin. Where's the sun station? Ah. Well, now wait a minute. When the sun becomes a red giant, does it, like, consume the soul station? Is that what happens? Is that why it goes supernova? Still doesn't explain why everything went supernova at once, though. Oh, and oh, there's the there it is. What are you? You are Ash Twin. All right. So I was going to go to the Hollow Planet, yes? which is Brittle Hollow. Ocean Depths have a new entry? I saw that before, actually. I don't know why that was tagged as new. There is this, the Quantum Moon, whose location is unknown. It's weird that the frozen shuttle was never recalled. But I'm gonna head back to Brittle Hollow because there were two ways to the Southern Observatory, and one of them starts at the gravity cannon. So I guess I'm gonna go there. Even though I don't actually know the location of this gravity cannon. And I forgot to mark the planet on my map. Not you. It is you. What is this? You are Hollow's lantern. Curious. Okay. So, I mean, surely this is something, right? In fact, this seems like it might be an escape pod. Okay, I can't land there. I need to find a place to land. Looks like this might be good enough. Good a place as any. Bit wobbly, but I think I'm fine. I don't know how I'm staying up, because none of the legs are on the ground, but it's whatever. I need to get inside. I'm assuming this is one of the escape pods, because it looks exactly like the other escape pod. Hospitable, collision imminent. Escape pod 3, escape pod 2, escape pod 1. So this is escape pod 1. Where's the beacon? Oh, it's that thing over there. I'm an idiot. I need to get back out then. And read it. Just so that I have it. And also read this. Is everyone unharmed? No one was badly injured from the impact? Good news. Have we heard from the other escape pods? I don't remember seeing any of these names. Weekend, that's the moon is approaching again. Everyone brace yourselves swiftly. The volcanic moon has returned. Careful of debris. We need to find shelter. Perhaps we can build platforms. Okay. I see. That probably just said escape hatch. It is funny though. Oh. Alright. We're not sure. Be sure not to wander too far here. Somewhat unstable. Careful of falling rocks. That's a star name in 64. Mario 64. Stability. Construct a new, less temporary settlement. Stay close to the escape pod so Felix can monitor incoming messages. Must save ourselves. Here because the eye signal called to us and we followed. Migrate to the northern glacier. This is a very long path. And I can't jump because gravity goes the other way, so I just have to walk at this incredibly slow pace. What a planet, though. What a planet. I'm assuming that this is... Well, this is the Northern Glacier, is it not? This is not the Southern Observatory. And I need to find the Southern Observatory. But, I mean... I guess this location might be as good as any. I don't like the fact that I'm about to fall. Yeah. Oh, I was meant to be on the wall here. Okay. Then I guess I keep walking. Very long walk, I will say. But this should get me somewhere that I previously could not be, which is always good. Nothing here. There is a path that way. But there's also a path this way. So it looks like this is going to be a maze. Lots of branching pathways and such. Nothing up here. Trees. Cool, cool. Ghost matter detected. I did not mean to remove that scroll. There is a second scroll back there, though. Explanation of festivals. Nomai clans from all over the universe meet in one place to share what they've learned in science and art. It's called the festival. Festivals happen every 10 years. Can't go because we're stuck here, but Felix says we used to go too. Some festivals, one clan's big discovery can mean all the Nomai get to advance too. Like a known as Warp Core, which made it so everyone can warp long distances and explore more. Each clan has a festival envoy that showed their most interesting work. Our envoy was Thatch. A single festival could last a long, long time. I think we might be Nomai, actually. And I think this because... well, look at the planet. Or, if not Nomai, descendants of Nomai. Because, I mean, they never left. So it does say that they suddenly disappeared, so I don't know. Everything used to be very hot and very dense. Then expanded. Scary to think about. Yes, indeed it is. That big tower into the sky looks promising. If I can get there. Oh, that's ghost matter. Okay, I cannot go that way. That is also ghost matter, so I can't go down from here. I guess I'm going this way then, because the other way is blocked. I suppose I'm going... Oh, that's ghost matter as well, so I guess I'm going this way then. I already see writing over there. I hope there's not ghost matter. A big road, it seems. School district, Meltwater district, Eye Shrine district, Black Hole Forge district. Well, both of these are the same, so I imagine that I just need to go up. Just generally. I don't know how much time I have before the black hole consumes the whole planet. Maybe I should have looked up before I came this way. Then again, maybe not, because there is this. Oh no, okay. Oh, I can't go that way either. And how do I get up further? Oh, this way. I'm blind. Can I make it up? I can, okay. I guess this is just the platforming section. What's this hole? I don't know, but I'm not going down there. Hope there's nothing of note. Oh, there's something of note. Okay, I'm going down. I think it's actively collapsing around me, so I might get sucked into the black hole soon. Imagine it. I've been hard on Poke again. This is, in turn, means I've made things difficult for her sister, Clary. I see. I mean, I don't really see. But, you know, or maybe you don't, I don't know. What is the eye of the universe? The eye is older than this universe, so imagine how much it could teach us. Perhaps it is a cosmic library. Suppose the eye is more advanced being. The eye is the source of the signal that brought us here. How can the eye be older than the universe itself? Suppose it is a relic from a previous universe. Suppose the universe is older than previously assumed. What is the eye's signal? Suppose the eye wishes to communicate. The signal is a call. Were we the intended audience? The signal is the eye's voice. It speaks a language we don't yet know. Maybe it's the attempt at expressing itself. Be welcomed in this place. This shrine is a space to reflect on what brought us here, the signal from the eye. The source of the signal is older than the universe itself. The rest we have yet to learn. Enter and open your mind to the possibilities. I need to continue going up. How do I do that? But that is good knowledge. So they worshipped the eye, which is what they called essentially just an unknown signal from somewhere else in the universe. I might be in a bad spot here. I think I need to continue on down this way instead. Nothing was down here. Okay. Let's head this way then. Something written here. I no longer believe, as I did as a child on Ember Twin, that the eye of the universe wishes to harm us. But it may not want to be found either. The terrible circumstances of our arrival here were almost certainly exactly that circumstance. I suspect imagining we are special to the eye in some ways, wishful thinking. The eye might have called out to any sentient species. Or it might not have been calling out at all, and that my ancestors heard the eye's signal holds no great deep meaning. It wouldn't be so bad, I think. In fact, the eye may not have wishes at all. We have no evidence supporting this. Oh, shoot, I almost just fell there. Am I supposed to head down here? I don't have anywhere else to go. But wait. How do I get up? I'm confused. Because that was a big circle. That was a loop. How do I get up higher? Unless I simply went the wrong way. It was meant to go up like this. Oh yeah, maybe actually. Uh-oh. Oh shoot. Well, into the black hole I go. Goodbye. Well. Did not mean to do that. There's something over here. What it is, I don't know. Oh, some sort of cannon. Okay. I need to find the Whitehall Station. Is that around here? Or is that not in this solar system at all? I guess it's just not in the solar system at all. I need to get over here. I might not have much time here, though, depending on if there's trees here. But I'm low on fuel regardless, so... What are you? Because it seems Call me crazy. This seems like an airlock. So maybe this is the Whitehall Station? Whitehall Station, if you fell through the black hole by accident, don't worry, you aren't the first. This warp tower can return you to Brittle Hollow. Each warp tower is tuned to a specific astral body. The warp tower's warp can only be used during the brief window when the tower is aligned with its corresponding astral body. You must be standing on the warp platform on the floor during this alignment to be warped. If you look up while the station is rotating, you can see the alignment happens when the astral body is directly overhead. Well, there's a projection stone. And here's a black hole core. Do I need to put it here? Maybe. Maybe not. I honestly don't know. There's no projector, which is odd, because I'm used to there being one. Nearby when you pick it up, but doesn't seem to be the case here. Oh, well, maybe it's here. Warp status charged. Step onto the receiver platform to activate return warp. Departure time 10:50, arrival time 10:50. Wait. Yep, it is in fact before. Ever so slightly. The Hanging City, below 50 meters. To our friends on Brittle Hollow, I just warped here from the Whitehall Station. Our design work, we've successfully recreated warp travel. I don't know how close it is to the original design, but as long as what we built worked, then I'm delighted. I knew we could do it. Here is a place to put a projection stone. Received the records you sent, Poke, and they appear to show Namai are arriving at the warp receiver on Brittle Hollow slightly before departing from the Whitehall Station. I understand it's exceedingly odd, but Clary and I have tested and retested the equipment. The interval is minuscule. Do you suppose our instruments can't accurately measure time to such a small degree? This is the Emperor Twin projection stone. Oh, this is different. Yeah, but I've already seen that. Is there a projection stone nearby here, though, or was this where you're meant to bring the other one? And that's its only purpose. I do need to get down somehow, but I feel like that might be impossible. So I guess this, though, is a receiver from the other tower, which sounds like it can be returned to at any time. Though maybe not. Let's try not to use oxygen as propellant. I have to. Oh, it's not even as forceful as, Anyone observe the phantom moon that sometimes greets us in the night sky? It is funny that over time this, this body builds. And my ship might be on the surface, and if it is, I can refuel here. So the Whitehall station actually did not have all that much information at it. Like surprisingly little. Just warps you down there. I might die due to lack of oxygen here. But then again, I don't really have anything else to do on this planet. So, I don't know. Because this got me to a place, but it was not a place that I could use. Oh, doesn't even matter. Because I just died to the supernova. Imagine there's a supernova and then you die to oxygen deprivation. So who was the one... There was one specific Nomai that was stated to have been the tester and was bound to one of the statues. And so my question is, who was it? And are they the only one to have ever been bound to the statue? And if so, are they the one still around? Yes. More to explore at the old settlement. Missed something there. Okay. More to explore at the Hanging City. Um... Uniquely shaped ruin on the surface. And this is the warp. Um... Um... Hmm. I'm thinking I might call it here. It has been a little over 2 hours. And I'm not entirely certain where I'm meant to go. So I think I'm gonna sleep on it and come back next weekend. Hopefully, anyway. I might be too busy studying. But I will see you then. Goodbye.